Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ my bro Jamai.
What's good?
His Spirit of Bears.
Title pull.
Bring you our Justice Clubhouse Podcast, Season 3, Episode 4.
Yeah.
We're starting off with Supergirl. Roll the clip. This week on Supergirl, Samantha, Ruby, and Kara visit Alex, who's healing from her encounter with Rain. Samantha and Kara are called into work by Lena and John, respectively. Alex watches after Ruby and the two bond. John and Wynn tell Kara that a prisoner named Jinda called Rozz has answers about Rain. With men not being able to go to Fort Rozz due to her orbiting a blue star, amongst other complications, Imra decides to go with Kara. Kara recruits Livewire and Sai as well, due to the fact that she will be powerless when they arrive. The women make it to Fort Rozz with the Legion ship. They encounter a prisoner and defeat her. She tells them where to find Jinda. Kara and Livewire find Jinda, while Imra keeps the Legion ship from being pulled towards the blue star. She is successful in moving it thanks to Wynn and Brainy. Kara and Livewire battle Rain, who shows up after being warned by the hologram in the Fortress Sanctuary of Kara's plans. Livewire dies protecting Kara, and Rain is defeated by Sai before escaping. After thanking Imra and Sai, Kara has a heart-to-heart with Manel. Samantha tells Alex about her blackouts and asks for help. Another world killer awakens after she was run over by a car. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse Podcast. The episode was titled Fort Rozz. One sentence.
We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky.
Legion ship fly. I'm sorry, I don't know how to. What do you call
I honestly didn't know how to end that, so that was pretty good.
So real quick note, we're here in front of the setup because we felt like this. We actually tried like last week the different positions of where we should have this set up.
Yeah.
And we found out that this is probably the best. We have our little Funkos here.
Yeah.
With the comics up there, and we were trying to do this a little bit more like talking to each other instead of like just looking at the camera because it is a podcast.
It's we're in the works, you know.
Yeah.
We're trying to sort things out.
And getting used to it, but we definitely enjoy doing it like this, and you guys seem to like seeing our faces, so
Yeah.
we're going to continue doing the face cam.
One thing, I just feel bad for you because you got a regular chair. I got a swivel chair.
It doesn't
so
matter. It's okay.
I could turn to you, or if I don't want to look at you, I could just turn to this mirror right here and stare at myself.
Just in case we get into a heated debate, he could just be like, I don't want to listen to you. I'm going to turn away. Me, I have to like lift my chair up.
I'm going to close
then,
that too.
Yeah, I got to lift my chair up and then just turn away. But yeah, getting into this episode, everything was pretty much enjoyable. We could just break it up into 3 parts.
Yeah.
There was a storyline of the super team, the Supergirl team, in the Blue Star region of space where Fort Rozz was. She apparently threw it that far away. And I love how they wrote it so that no men could go with them.
Yeah, they wrote that
a story. That was probably a very, very well written.
They did
story.
it because of like a women empowerment.
Yeah, and it's understandable here. And the men are relegated to just a desk job, which was funny. So you got the cool team up in the sky with Supergirl, Imra, Livewire, and Sai, who are all very OP in their own right, except for Kara here. She didn't have her powers.
Yeah, because she's too far from the yellow sun.
And the blue, I think anything blue makes them powerless. Like blue kryptonite and all that stuff. It takes away all their abilities. So it was interesting to see her like still go into the fold with only her martial arts abilities.
Yes.
And then you got like this battle of wits going down at the DEO between Wynn and Brainy.
Yeah.
That was hilarious, dude. He was just like, Wynn was trying to make friends, but Brainy was just like, it's like he was acting like that because he was threatened.
Yeah, but also he just doesn't know how to communicate. He's just he knows he's a know-it-all, but very
doesn't know how to interact with people.
Antisocial.
Yeah.
I
was just like, Kara's such a brave girl. I've had espresso machines with better interfaces than this. Throwing shade at them. And then you got the story with Alex and Ruby, which was pretty cool. She helped her handle a bully.
Ruby, where are you?
I think we're going to keep singing that every time she shows up.
I'm going to coin that. Just kidding.
Ruby, Roo. And yeah, so she helped Ruby get over her bully, or deal with her bully, and then Ruby helped Alex kind of with
Maggie.
Yeah, there you go. Who's still being referenced, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you might see her again. But yeah, pretty much every part of this episode was pretty enjoyable. I kind of don't understand what the bit of negativity that's going around the episode on social media. You guys just watched this with way too much to expect, I think.
Yeah.
You guys
Speaking of social media, check out our Instagram and our Stardust.
We just posted the last week's speed shows in Carousel.
We do it Superhero Fun Days on Instagram, and then Stardust, it's like Monday through Friday.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We do it every day.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. And then double upload on Tuesdays.
And you guys get the podcast at the end of the week. It's perfect. You guys can just see like little bits. And
tons
then you guys...
of content from the Justice Clubhouse.
Yeah. But yeah, this episode, the action was there. You got character development. Really enjoyed the scenes between Kara and Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie.
One quick thing.
Yeah.
That one scene where Kara and Livewire were in the Fort Rozz.
Yeah.
And they went through the fog and the mist.
Yeah.
That kind of creeped me out.
That was scary.
When the Phantoms came out?
Yeah. Phantoms. I think those are Phantom Zoners. They're not technically sure what they are, but they're trying to find the
Jinda something
Rozz. Who knew about the World Killers. And I like that whole intertwining storyline and how Rain just didn't give two Fs and flew out there, still had her powers, and absolutely just rained hell upon Team Supergirl. And Leslie, she was throwing down.
Yeah, dude, it really showed her potential.
That was badass.
Like she could teleport through the electricity.
That was amazing.
Yeah, the other scene when the Phantom Zoners, they caught her and then they dragged her out of the spaceship.
Yeah,
that's amazing what she did. Like, and the special effects that went with it was super crazy. Yeah, she just zapped straight back into Fort Rozz.
And it didn't even look like she knew that she could do that.
Yeah.
She just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
And then she was like, Kara! Or did she say...
Yeah.
Did she say Kara or did she say Supergirl?
No, she said Supergirl.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's crazy that someone with... I thought she was just going to be like a regular powered being. I know it sounds stupid, but I didn't think that she could throw down with Rain.
But you could tell, just like as the episode went on, like the more she used her abilities, the more she fought against Rain, like she was gonna die.
Yeah.
I in my head going into this episode, I'm like, she's gonna die and Sai's gonna die, but
I guess I understand where people were saying like, oh, that was a scene that you could that's a scene that you could literally call it.
Yeah.
Where she jumps in front of the bullet. That's
Cordo!
Yeah. That's exactly what happened, but you know, at least she died
a hero.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was kind of sad, like that. Actually, I thought it was gonna be corny, but now that I look back at it, the fact that she's like, "You got to stop hurting my friends," that kind of struck a chord because you could see that she changed right then and there.
Yeah,
and even Sai with Imra, she's like, "You took over my mind. You think I'm gonna just take that thing off your head?" And she's like, "You could trust me." And then she smelled her. She got really close.
Yes.
Then Imra didn't do as much as I thought. She kind of just stayed.
She opened the door.
Yeah,
with her mind. That's still something.
That was pretty much it. She didn't like get in the action. Even Kara was fighting a fully powered Kryptonian without her powers. It's awesome.
Yeah, but you called it too at the beginning of the episode. You're like, someone's gonna die.
Yeah,
like it's bound to happen.
It had that feeling, you know. And yeah, everything was pretty cool. Jean, see, I like his reaction because it's kind of like us watching. He's just like, man, this is another adventure I can't go on.
Yeah.
He's like, no, Car, you're not going unless I go, or no one goes. Nobody's going.
They should, like, whenever there's like a cuz story moment, they should have that character that's not able to do anything look at the camera, and then there's like a
I want them to do like the Michael Scott thing where it's like he looks at the camera, he's like, mother, and then it cuts. But
that'd make it all the more fun.
And the end there where she let Sai get a better living arrangements, and she's still being kept in she's arrested again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going into the whole meme territory and like the new generation of kids.
Yeah.
But the way that Sai looked at Kara is like, you looking like a hoe snack.
Dude. That's what I'm saying. She was looking at Imra like that.
I'm so out of my time. Like that one liner right there, that's not anything that I would ever say.
Imra was going like this though. She was like when she walked up on Imra, she's like,
that too, yeah, exactly.
Let me go, I'ma show you. And yeah,
what's in your mind?
Yeah, but this is a pretty cool episode.
Yeah, her powers are also OP. Like she got through to Rain.
Yeah, she actually shut off Rain.
Yeah,
she freaking turned her back to normal. leading us to like a cool part at the end, but it was between Kara and Manal. They haven't really had like chances to really talk because it's been pretty awkward, but I like that he's more wise.
Yeah.
And he was just like, if you can change somebody like Leslie, you can change Rain.
Yeah.
But we should probably go look for the world killers before they take down the world.
Yeah.
It is a pretty cool moment.
What are the other two? Something and pestilence. This is another P.
Purity.
Purity.
And pestilence.
I was about to say purdy.
Purdy and pastilan. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty awesome. This episode was pretty interesting. It took us out of Natural City for a bit.
Yeah.
Jimmy was sadly not there. Lena was there for like a second. And her accent.
Was she?
Yeah, she was. She tasked Samantha to go on the job, and then we kind of see Alex might be like the key to tie everyone together, or like bring peace and harmony, because Samantha actually confided in Alex at the end there.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what's happening to me.
I'm blacking out. I need help figuring out where my time is going. I'm
losing time.
That's exactly how she said it too. And I'm like, that's a really weird way to word that. But, yeah, she's sort of right. And I think Alex is kind of going to be the one she's going to fight both sides. She's going to be like, we got to save her. Yeah. And then Kara's probably going to be like, yeah. And then like half the team is going to be like, we need to kill her.
And then the other team is like, yeah. We gotta kill her. We gotta save her. I'll do it.
I'll kill her. I'm sorry. Should have written that line into the movie for us to keep making fun of.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole episode is pretty enjoyable. Is there anything else you care to mention?
You talked about that little scene where Alex helped Ruby fend off one of her bullies.
That was awesome.
That's awesome. That's how you use power to your advantage.
Yes. You help kids out.
And just that, you use it for the right reason.
Yeah. Let's do a...
That just sounds so wrong.
Yeah, it sounds wrong.
Use power to your advantage. You help kids.
You help bullied kids out. Let's do the... we're going to do once during these podcasts, we're going to keep looking at over there. So 1, 2, 3, look.
Are we good? I'm just gonna.
We is good.
This isn't going out of the editing. I'm just gonna click that. We're good.
Because this is live. Yeah. He is the engineer and the cameraman.
The audio is perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, I got in-ears just to monitor.
But yeah, is there anything else you gotta mention?
Let me check my handy dandy phone for notes. Nah.
All right, so Easter eggs. I think that was Singing in the Rain at the beginning. Alex was watching, unless it was something else.
Yeah, it was an old school movie. Yeah.
She mentioned that her favorite movie is The Shining.
Yeah.
Roseanne was. Oh, and that's also a cool thing is if you guys don't watch Riverdale, the person that plays Leslie here is actually a serpent gang member on that show, the one that kind of blackmailed Jughead. And it's cool because she's working in the diner, and I'm pretty sure that's the same diner that they're using in Riverdale.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
cool. Mall of America was mentioned. Mean Girls was referenced. Matilda,
Blackbird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice. Message in a bottle.
Nice.
Dude, I don't know how I remember that. Oh, Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real Housewives was mentioned. Do you know Pollyanna? The very overly optimistic girl, like that old movie. She just like sees the rainbow at the end of every crappy situation. Oh, she's just such a happy girl. Eureka was mentioned too. This is pretty much it, I think, for Easter eggs. You got anything else?
Yeah, I don't got nothing.
All right, so we're moving right along. The previews for next episode.
Yeah.
Stuff. Here's a synopsis.
Things happen.
The DEO captures a second world killer, Purity. Oh, at the end of this episode, we see her. She got hit by
Purity.
A car. Yeah.
And then we find Pestilence.
Pastilan. I'm going to call her Pastilan. You guys got to look that up.
Pastilan.
Pastilan. So it captures a second world killer, Purity, Supergirl, and Alex used very different methods of interrogation with Purity in the hopes of finding out how to defeat Rain. However, Purity escapes and attacks the city subway tunnels. Ooh, this is cool. They're starting to like venture out of the DEO and the main city.
Nice, very nice.
Meanwhile, Jean Wynn and Monel band together to fix the Legion ship. Cool.
Nice.
Man, I'm excited. I don't want to keep I'm not gonna keep reading like the synopsis. For each episode. I'm just gonna read the one for the next ones each time instead of going way too far. So that way we have a little bit of surprise. But this is gonna be pretty cool. They already have like that cool bro bond that they have. So it'll be interesting to finally see like the dudes on the show kind of be like, hey, Manal, what's been going on for the last 12,000 years? And that'll be pretty cool. He's like, oh, that's interesting. When you are a superhero in the future.
That'd be sick to hear.
I always thought he would be like a gear type character for like Jimmy or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, theories. Let's do this.
Do you have any theories?
I think that Rain, if she doesn't die, she's gonna have to leave.
Oh, you think so?
I think Imra's gonna die. I think that they're gonna implant whatever the thing that they need to make sure the blight doesn't come down into what's his face?
That dude.
Brainy. They're gonna put in Brainy or the knowledge of that, and then make sure that he gets to the future.
What they said last episode?
Yeah, like they had it in their blood.
Manel, yeah, they had like the secrets to
saving them from the blight. Yeah. But I still think that that's gonna happen,
regardless,
because everyone talks about it, and I want to see all the coffee gun.
Yeah, seriously. That's next season. They should do that.
And I just want to see like the most like serious character just be like Doc Coffee.
Going off of your theory of Rain.
Yeah.
You really think she's gonna leave?
Yeah, I think she's gonna leave Alex to take care of Ruby. And Manel's gonna get the suit that Win made. He's gonna be like, I bet you didn't have that in the future. Nice. He's like, no, good thing I'm staying here. Yeah, I think Manel's gonna stay because they're gonna find. But then that is gonna be like the aberration in their timeline is him staying. Oh, and then maybe that's how they open up the blight, the time trapper, stuff like that. Yeah, they could do some crazy thing. It's like you don't belong in this time, but they're gonna find a way because you know that Kara is gonna be the Kara and all the caramel shippers out there. It is Endgame, but they have a lot of story to explore before that happens.
Yeah,
and I think that's pretty much all I could think of right now.
Dude, I honestly feel like they're gonna try to extract her or extract Rain
like,
from her.
Smallville,
do like a Smallville, like yeah, exactly. But like do an ode to that.
But okay,
pay homage.
So this will happen. Maybe Jean and Imra, and maybe Jean's. We haven't seen Jean's father.
Maybe all the what do you call it? The world killers. All of their
beings, merge into one.
Yeah, I was about to say,
all
of their shirts, they merge into one character. I was saying like their souls.
Yeah. So they merge into like this weird doomsday like character.
Yeah,
and then they kill Imra.
Yeah, sure.
And then
because she's like one of the keys to the future. Like she is from the future and she has information.
But yeah, and what if they're just lying? What if Manel, like he's saying, like maybe he left for a selfish reason to make sure Imra doesn't die, because maybe she's gonna die in that potential future. Yeah, and he brought her back, and maybe she didn't accomplish something, or maybe they're on the run, and then she actually goes out a hero this time, so that way she'll be remembered.
Yeah,
because remember, she's a princess. What if she didn't do exactly what her parents did, and then she finally did something that they could be proud of?
Yeah.
But then again, she'd be dead, so how will she be born? it's like crazy.
Time is weird.
Yeah.
Time is weird.
Yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent.
I'm losing time. Dude, you should just gift that and then just put that over my voice.
Yeah. Is there anything else as far as what do you call that go?
Theories?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much named all of them.
Because we're going to be watching this through June, because Legends is going to take its time slot for a bit. Yeah, anything else? Are we rating this?
Yeah.
Okay, final thoughts is this was a great episode. I think.
Great. I just burped inside my mouth.
Yeah, rate.
I give this 9.5. I'm trying to figure a word, yo. I don't want to just call it rocket ship.
Okay.
What is that called?
The magic rocket ship.
Okay. I'll just go off of yours. 9.5 magic rocket ships out of 10.
Nice. I give this 10 brainy eurekas out of 10.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
So with that being said, we'll see you guys in the Flash.
I don't know why I did the guns. That's so bad.
Bang bang. Disappear.
Look like a whole snake.
So we go to Flash. Barry gets used to life in prison, but uses his powers to stop chaos from ensuing from time to time. After running into Axel Walker, he meets an inmate named Big Sir. Big Sir saves Barry from a group of inmates and tells him that he was Henry's friend. Axel escapes from Ryan Heights with the help of his mother. He baits Rolf out as he has continued to establish himself as a hero by helping Joe at crime scenes. When Rolf confronts the Trickster, he is harmed by acid, so Cisco saves him. The Trickster family televises the torture of 2 innocent hostages. Tell Rolf to show up or they will be killed by acid. When Rolf runs away due to his fear of dying, Caitlin and Cisco try to save the hostages themselves, and Harry tries to neutralize the acid. Rolf talks to Barry and is convinced to be the hero that he knows he can be. Barry saves Big Sir from the same inmates that attacked him earlier on. Rolf arrives at the Trickster family's lair, outfit with a new suit Cisco made for him. He defeats the Tricksters, then shields Cisco and Caitlin from the acid just as Harry neutralizes it. The team congratulate Ralph and agree with the name Elongated Man, which he has been dubbed by the public. Iris tells Barry what Ralph did, and he remains optimistic that the team will prove his innocence. While at Jitters, Ralph and Cisco run into the woman that Barry met at his and Iris's wedding. She documents the encounter using the same symbols Barry drew when he came out of the Speed Force. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse Podcast. Alright, so that episode of The Flash was titled Elongated Knight Rises. Not Rises, Rises. One sentence.
Ralph saves the day.
Just one word. Ah!
Ah! Seriously, I've been saying it since the first time we've seen him. Or the first time we met him, he really does have that Jim Carrey vibe.
The Ace Ventura,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
There's that scene, I guess we're getting right into the likes of the episode, when he was confronting the Trickster the first time, and you just see his knee get burned by the acid, and then I just expected him to do that scene in Ace Ventura where he's just like pointing on his leg. Yeah. That would have been hilarious. But Ralph is such an awesome character, in the fact that he just adds that the comic relief, but at the same time he has very, very interesting powers. But yeah, the whole premise of the prankster getting broken out of the same jail that Barry's locked in, and then him reuniting with his mom. It was a really weird, like, Bates Motel-ish relationship going on there.
A bit odd.
I felt like it was going one way anyways, because all he wanted to do was like be with his father. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Like the team was still operating even without Barry, and Ralph really had to just grow into a hero. And then we got to meet Big Sir.
Yes.
Very cool, played by
very, very Big Sir.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. They're getting quite a few what do you call that, WWE stars in here. We're not too big on wrestlers, but I think this is Goldberg.
He was on The Longest Yard. That's what I remember him.
And
called him Iguana.
And
as you guys can tell, just kidding.
That's an inside joke. You guys have to watch that movie. But yeah, his relationship with Barry was pretty cool this episode, because it's like he owed something to Henry since Henry saved him. And I like that they kind of touched on that Henry's still affecting people.
Your father touched me in jail.
And
I'm just kidding.
He basically took it upon himself to watch after Barry while he was in there.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. Like, Barry was actually, that was pretty cool. Him stopping crime in the jail.
Very cool way of using your powers without being noticed.
Like in plain sight. He was taking out inmates that were picking on him.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's like, it's him learning. Like, if they had his powers or his abilities now, back then, he would have gotten out of so many other situations.
He would have defeated those people without having anyone really die.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen some comments down below in the last video, like saying that he should have like stashed the body away, but I guess he just it's like a superhero thing. Like, he's already run away from things and reset the timeline and all that stuff, so maybe he's like, I gotta just follow this and let it run its course, and I think the team will figure things out. So it is pretty cool, him like I understand your guys thinking on that, but at the same time, you got to realize he's growing as a hero. He's not just thinking about himself. He's thinking about like how, if he doesn't do this, the right thing, how is he supposed to like teach other heroes to be heroes? But yeah, getting back to this, Ralph kind of got his own little suit.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. I thought in
my super suit.
he did say that. Yeah, he did say
the
that.
The first time he got his suit.
I like how they kept it in this little like, dude, I don't even know how to explain it.
It reminded me of like a mince packet.
Yeah.
Like, you know, dad's mince that we take from.
Even smaller than that.
Yeah, it looks like an Altoids box. Yeah. It's an extra small Altoids box.
And then he has like these cool like goggles and stuff like that. I thought it was a little iffy when I saw the promotional images, but it's actually pretty cool looking. And it makes sense for the character.
His, what's it called? It's not a cowl. Jesus Christ, goggles. You said it.
Or the domino mask.
Domino mask. Yeah. It's a little bit big, but
yeah, it adds to it.
It adds to it because he's such a comedic character. Yeah. So why not do something like that? And it does look cool. It's just a little bit big.
Yeah. It just fits it because it's goofy.
Yeah.
So, it was also really cool to see Vibe and Killer Frost out there again. I like how they like trigger it. It's so funny. Like, she's like, I'm not going out there, and they just say one thing, and he's like, Kitty LaRoe this time. Or is it Kitty LaRoe?
LaRouche.
LaRouche.
Yeah. It's something LaRouche. Jesus Christ. I wrote it down somewhere. You might be right. Yeah. You're right. Lexi LaRouche.
Lexi LaRouche.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
She's really coming into her own as a hero, even though she's kind of got like that crazy side to her.
Yeah.
She's able to control.
It's a controlled anti-hero, I guess you could say, for Killer Frost.
At least she's not harming her friends. Yeah. That's a good thing. But I just felt like that was such a good story of them getting caught and then the dampeners being placed on them, just so that Ralph can shine. Yeah. And then you got Harry, just like, I don't got it.
every 2 seconds. I don't got it, bro.
And I'm sorry. I know you guys are Iris West, like women empowerment type stuff, but sometimes she doesn't like fit those scenes. In my opinion, she kind of just like, it's like they kind of force that down on us. It's like, oh look, they're there, you know. And then she's like guiding everyone to do their jobs, even though they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I like the scenes between her and Barry.
Because
she's good at being the emotional support and
I get what you're saying, because that one scene where they're already caught, right, she had to like kind of repeat it for no reason, because Ralph was already on the way, of course, and Harry knew what the issue was, so I guess she was repeating it to herself. I don't know. For some reason, you know.
At least Joe.
Other than for us to understand, but like,
see, at least Joe, he even knows. He's like, I ain't even gonna try to understand this science stuff. I'm just gonna go with my gut.
Yeah.
She should do that. Like, I like those scenes where she helped, like the scene with Ralph. She's like, you can be a hero and stuff like that. Even though they butt heads at times, but
I guess like I'm realizing it now that I feel like that's what they write her to do, because she can't really do much else.
And it sucks because that's kind of like how Felicity's written at times. Like when she's with Oliver, that's how she's written. But when she's on her own and she's growing as a character, that's pretty cool. So hopefully they start doing that with Iris. And then the episode ends with so what happened? Oh,
the acid bath.
Yeah, that was amazing. Wait,
I'm not dying.
Why am I not dying? And he just bends his head in. Is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
The way they do his powers on the show are so good. It looks as real as you can get on a TV budget.
But also, you gotta think of it as like from a comedic standpoint, and for comedic relief. It does kind of look cheesy.
Yeah,
but in a good way. You know, because that's who his character is.
Like the way he took out the trickster, like they actually gave him time to back up and then fling himself.
Yeah, he did like a slingshot. Yeah. And then also when he went into Barry's cell.
Yeah, that was a cool moment too.
Burped right there.
I like that. Finally, Barry's not getting the advice; he's actually giving it. About time. And I like when Barry phases his hand through the wall so that he and Iris can, you know, hold hands and stuff.
Yeah. He really knows how to control his power now.
Yeah.
Because instead of he phased his hand through, but then to keep it on the other side,
he was phasing his wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
And
crazy.
A season 1 Barry would have just shattered that glass. But yeah, and then we have that little like snippet at the end where we see that woman that was at Barry and Iris's wedding, and we all know that that's Dawn Allen. That's got to be Dawn Allen.
Yeah.
She's gonna do. If you guys have seen,
she's very quirky and very upbeat, like Bart.
Yeah. So she's basically, if you guys seen, what's the show?
Injustice.
No, Young Justice. Oh my gosh, which we're excited to see at some point during the year.
Yeah.
Bart, I think they're gonna sort of take that storyline. I guess we'll talk more about that later.
That's so crash. If she says that, then they really are taken from Young Justice.
Is there anything else that we missed throughout this episode? Anything that you disliked, or any other thing that you dislike other than that? What we discussed.
No, I don't think so. Bebo.
Yeah.
There's one Bebo and then 3 more Bebos.
One of them got acid.
Dang.
I guess we could go into Easter eggs since you're mentioning that.
Sure.
Bebos, you guys already know. We've seen him on Legends of Tomorrow. Handy dandy notebook. Stretchy man.
Yeah. He's like he said, "Hey, elasticize. I elongate." Dude, he's really like bringing it. He should have. Yeah, isn't Plastic Man another?
Yeah, it's
not a version, but like a
it's another character. Yeah.
He should have said that. That would have been hilarious if he's like, "I'm kind of like I'm made of plasticity" or something like that. He should have said that to like kind of add to the Easter egg.
What if this goes like, "Hey, you said you wanted to be a hero, but then you didn't. You're kind of fake. You're kind of plastic.
Yeah,
you're kind of like a plastic man." That would have a different meaning.
That'd be cool.
The fastest mop alive. That's not an Easter egg, but that was kind of funny how Barry said that since he's a janitor there.
Yeah.
You said something about the Flash 1990 showing up there.
Yeah. So the mother. Mm-hmm. I forgot his freaking name. Trickster.
Zoe.
No,
Clark.
The kid.
Oh,
Axel. Yeah. So, she and the original Trickster, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Mark Hamill. They were on the other show.
They had a photo, and it was
sick.
The two of them in that same the outfit from
so
the 1990s.
Many. What do you call that? Like
that was so hard to
that
get
show.
out. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's my bad. Yeah.
They called
calling out to the 1990s.
Yeah,
the 1990 show.
Cisco called Axel Fallout Boy.
Yeah. No, that was what's his name? That was
Ralph.
Oh,
Ralph.
He's like, nice suit, Fallout Boy.
They said that acid was Ralph's kryptonite, and he's like, "What the hell's kryptonite?" He's like freaking out. And he said groovy, which is a classic elongated what do you call it, catchphrase.
Nice. Very nice.
Oregon Trail was what Dawn, or who we're suspecting Dawn is.
Yeah.
She was wearing a t-shirt of that. That's pretty awesome. Anything else?
This wasn't really like mentioned, but
yeah.
The whole fact that this episode, it's called The Elongated Knight Rises, it's kind of an ode to Batman. And also, like that scene at the end, it just reminded me of Batman versus Joker, but this time it's Batman versus 2 Jokers.
It'd be like... have like... Yeah, I like that. That's pretty awesome. The
Very nice reference, yeah.
I like it. Anything else? Easter egg wise?
I did not get anything else.
All right, so next week is going to be awesome. We're going to talk about the previews. Next week is called Honey, I Shrunk Team Flash. Obviously, that trivia there is I
thought it was going to be the entire team, but it's just 2.
Yeah, Cisco and Ralph. The 2 that argue the most. Synopsis is, no matter who can shrink anything he touches, battles Team Flash. Cisco and Ralph get caught in the crossfire and are shrunk to miniature versions of themselves. Cecile realizes that her pregnancy has caused her to have temporary powers and discovers that she hears people's thoughts. Ooh. Which unnerves Joe, of course. Meanwhile, Barry meets with somebody with a mysterious connection to Henry Allen. I thought that was what's his name was? The big sir was. There might be somebody else.
Yeah.
Will we see Godspeed show up?
Ooh.
August something. I still, damn it, I didn't
August Rush.
I know his name is something.
Did you see him play guitar? Bing. Yeah, it's what's that kid's name from Good Doctor?
Freddie Highmore.
Yeah, Freddie Highmore. He just shows up. I am Godspeed. Oh, dude, he actually would play a sick ass Godspeed.
He would, because he's got like that childlike persona.
Oh, dude.
And he's good at playing a psycho. And that's basically who Godspeed is.
That was all a joke, but
it makes sense.
All stemmed from August Rush. Whoa, that's crazy.
But yeah, I'm excited to. I don't even know what to theorize. Obviously, that's got to be Dawn Ellen. She's writing the same symbols that Barry was writing when he came out of the Speed Force. They could be kind of hinting. Maybe the next thing is like they could do the Blight invasion, but it's like a sort of like the what are they called again?
Which?
The Breach?
The Breachers?
In, what do you call that? In Young Justice. They're called the Breach or the Reach.
The Reach?
Yeah, what if they do like the Blight invasion in that storyline with the Reach? Like they kind of replace it, because, you know, if we see that coming, it kind of kills the excitement. But what if it's like that, and then Dawn's trying to prevent a future from happening where everyone's dead?
Well, maybe.
That'd be crazy. And that's only if Clifford's plan works, but maybe, just maybe, her being there actually helps Clifford plan, like his plan get carried through.
Yeah. Or it makes it even worse.
That'd be crazy, yo. I think by the end of this, Clifford's gonna try to instill his mind in another speedster who might be Godspeed. Fight Barry, but then gets locked away, but then something else causes trouble. And then that's how they lead us into, you know, next season or something like that. But man, Ralph is going to be sticking around. Wally is going to be heading to Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently he is confirmed as a series regular. So yeah, that's a good thing.
He needs. I like that, because he needs the time to grow as a hero. And what better way to do that than to go with people who screw up time all the time?
Yeah.
So that was weird. Screw up
That's
time.
That's messed
all
up.
the time.
So he's part of the. I guess he's part of the rejects, but they are something bigger than they were on their respective shows.
Essentially, like, I don't mean to I'm not saying this in a negative way, but they're basically recycled characters that they didn't know what to do with on these respective shows.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that show is so fun. It's like watching Justice League, basically, and it's awesome.
So does this mean that Jimmy Olsen is going to be part of the Legends?
He's like, I'm done here. I need to do something else. And he just goes there. That'll be awesome.
Because I really don't want him to be killed off, you know, or written off some dumbass way. Sorry, excuse me, language. We're demonetized anyways. But I'd rather see him on Legends doing something awesome than just being
sitting
in
there
5 episodes out of the 23 that he should be on.
Yeah.
Or even more episodes than not.
Because last year he missed a lot.
Yeah.
And this year he's missing quite a bit again.
Because he was there at the beginning quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like, of season 2.
Yeah.
When he was first introduced as Guardian.
Yeah.
But then it started trailing off.
And then now he's not Guardian at all.
Yeah.
We only saw him once in the crossover. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, hopefully they do his character justice. Hopefully they do Wally's character justice. We're gonna see Violet Bean again as Jesse Quick at some point.
Very nice.
We're also gonna see Jay Garrick, and also maybe flashbacks of Big Sur and Henry Allen.
Cool.
Because John Wesley's ship is actually up in Canada right now filming stuff. So
nice.
There's a lot to look forward to. I know she just came in this season, but Kim Engelbrecht is like my crush now, so hopefully we get to see more of Marlize.
Marlize.
It's just like that. I understand her pain, because like every time basically her husband moves from body to body, like she has to get used to the next one. It's just weird. She's gonna be the one that helps Team Flash like take out the bad guy.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think she might be the tipping point. Is there anything else you theorize is gonna happen? We also still have, what's her name, Aminette to deal with.
Somebody gotta die?
Hope not.
And maybe someone that's a villain was gonna die. Yeah, maybe. I don't want anyone else in Team Flash to die.
Yo, what if Cecile's kid has powers too?
Sure, why not?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a whole nother storyline.
I'm like trying to think.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be another speedster. I don't want the next kid to be another speedster, but
yeah,
might happen.
Is there anything else, dear Rice?
Nah.
Final thoughts about this episode?
Very, very different.
Yes.
It is a lot more fun, more comedic. It did have its action, which I liked. Yeah, it's a little different from the usual Flash. And last week was the trial, or was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, no, it was last week.
That was last week. Yeah, so we got very serious last week's episode to a more funny,
lighthearted.
Yeah,
even though there was like a prison, beating.
Yeah,
but that scene was
I like
so
the action.
good.
Yeah. It's a mix of emotions. I liked it. I always keep an open mind. I don't set the show to one standard because it's always changing. But yeah, I really liked it.
Did we do a hashtag last night?
No, it's like a hashtag.
We're doing the big
the
hashtag?
entire. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
I'm all out.
All right. So with that being said, we'll see you guys in Black Lightning. This week on Black Lightning, Jefferson heals his body using his powers. He is tended to by Lynn and the two grow close. After a school meeting in which the parents voice their opinions on the incident that happened at the school, Jefferson is approached by a former student. The student is named Lawanda, who asks him for her help to save her child from the 100. He promises to help her and tells her to stay away from the gang. When Jennifer is taunted by Lala's nephew, Jefferson confronts Lala. Jefferson warns him to stay away from his family or there will be consequences. Jennifer is comforted by her boyfriend Khalil, while Alyssa is by her girlfriend. Jefferson then visits Gambi, who tells him that the city needs Black Lightning. After killing his cousin Will, Lala kills Lawanda when she demands to get her daughter. Angered by Lawanda's death, Jefferson puts his relationship with Lynn at stake when he decides to be Black Lightning again. Lynn visits Gambi and tells him to talk Jefferson out of it, but Gambi tells her that Friedland needs him. Black Lightning tracks Lala and his gang to the penthouse with Gambi's help. He easily dispatches them and lets Henderson arrest Lala. Jefferson is left to think about his relationship with Lynn. Tobias Whale kills Lala, and Anissa uses her powers once again, this time to stop an armed robber at a pharmacy. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse Podcast. Alright, so that one was called Lawanda, the Book of Hope. One sentence.
Oh. I hope I don't get hate for this, but Black Jesus.
That's funny because that's an episode that's gonna be coming up like soon.
That's what they called him, and it does make sense because he is the
savior.
Yeah, he is the savior. He is the light. Of hope. So that's my one sentence.
I will kudos. I will second that sentence.
Thank you, kudos,
and kudos to that sentence. So
thanks.
Man, everything about this show so far has been pretty awesome.
This thing hypes me up so much that I'm like, look, my glasses are fogging up. It's that I'm not gonna say the word,
but yeah,
I'm gonna say the word. It was Liddy.
Oh my god. So, yeah, getting into this episode, the action was there.
I'm going to take this off. My glasses are fogging up too much.
The story was very, what do you call that? It pulled you in, like he's trying to deal with his family.
Yeah. Aside from the drama, it was very, meaningful.
Yeah. The kind of the consequences of what happened last episode and how they're trying to deal with it and how they're trying to be a family together with Lynn. But I hate that she was saying that it's an addiction. How is saving people even if it is, how is that a bad addiction? Sure, he's hurting himself, but he could heal himself.
Yeah.
He can't heal himself as well as he could back then because we saw him this episode. It took him like 5 minutes to charge up and then sort of kind of heal his body. But he was really hurting.
5 whole minutes. But yeah, Gambi put it best. She may have been the addiction in his life.
Because the city needs Black Lightning to stop this war that's erupting every day.
You know that meme where the girl's like, "Bitch, what?" That's the face that she gave Gambi after he said that.
And then he also went "Bitch, yes."
Yeah, he's like, "He's my man."
And he was just he's such a cool character.
He's very inspiring and always giving that push.
Yeah, and he's not I would see how people could draw the likeness between him and maybe Alfred. But the thing is, he's so cool in his own way. He runs a tailor shop and he has a cool lair with the black lightning suit under. Yeah, it's really cool.
It's so old school, but then you get the modern side.
Yeah,
of him using the tech, knowing how to use the tech.
Yeah.
And it's just
tracking down criminals and all that stuff. He did that so easily.
Awesome, yeah.
The cops on this show kind of seem really useless. No offense,
irrelevant.
Because Jennifer got run up on by some kid who squirted blood at her.
Yeah,
that was just, or I think that was Lala's nephew.
That was, yeah.
And the thing is with the show too is it's not afraid to like push it. You know, it's
yeah. They got the 9 o'clock slot, so
yeah, it's. You could just feel it, you know, like with the stuff that's going on in the world right now, it's real.
Yeah,
and I like the fact that they touch on it and they don't hold back. They really show you how they feel and how it really is, and that's just the way it should be. And all it is like real life mixed in with a real show. Real a superhero.
Yeah.
I'm just getting like lost for words because just thinking.
I almost lost myself in your sentence too. That was
sometimes it's cool to shift from a show like Flash and then go into this kind of show where it's a little it's grounded, but at the same time it's not, because you have a guy that can manipulate electricity.
Yes.
And use it to fight crime, which is crazy. And Tobias Whale, he kind of proved that he's a pretty scary guy to look out for.
Yeah.
Lala, he's kind of crazy in his own way, but he's
like
nothing.
Intimidating because Tobias is intimidating.
Yeah.
It's like that power struggle where he's like, this dude's putting a ball, like a gag inside my mouth. Yeah. I can't do anything about it, but I could take to the streets and act like I'm some macho dude because this happened to me.
He mercilessly killed his cousin and Lawanda, who was a former student of Jefferson's, and it's just sad. It happens. I kind of felt it during the episode. I'm like, yeah, she's gonna die because she just keeps pushing it. Yeah, she doesn't listen.
Like, okay, that's cool that you were recording, but don't get out of your car and then post up on a gangbanger with a camera that's like,
you know what he's capable of. He's taking people out, and for some reason the cops haven't done anything about it. Just leave it recording, and then you show it later on. You don't try to confront somebody with a gun. But yeah, rip Lawanda, and rip to Jefferson's marriage right now, because he's like, I gotta be Black Lightning. I can't. It's part of me. And she's like, oh, but we could get over the addiction. Dude, we're just like, shut up.
I'm sorry though. What do you call it? That song played in my head.
What?
It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. Yeah. But when we are apart, I feel it too.
Nice. Yeah, it's just you kind of see that side of her. They made it seem like he was really the problem, but you really just hear it in her voice that she was.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with him.
But I also kind of understand why she's acting like that. Yeah. Is because she doesn't want to see him die or get hurt.
Hopefully she doesn't turn to another Iris. That's all we're hoping for.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of messed up that she's okay with him being Black Lightning as long as it's saving their kids.
Yeah.
He got to save everybody. You can't just save the kid, because even Lawanda's like, oh, it's kind of crazy that Black Lightning only saved your kids when there's other kids in there, without giving away his identity. True. But it's a interesting dynamic to play around with, and I was also thinking like Whale's got to do something like crazy to make
Tobias,
kind of like cement the fact that he's going to be a threat to Jefferson,
and he kind of did.
He strangled a dude with one hand, and even lifted him up a bit.
He walked in all like 70s disco.
Yeah,
it just reminded me of like, I don't know why. But yeah, he just walked up to him. He's like, "You kill somebody's mama like that? Yeah. That's like, there's no hope for you." And you just see him like one hand, shake him a bit, and then he's dead.
That's crazy. So he's got to have something in him.
Yeah.
And he has the cops in his pocket, which sucks. And we're hoping that maybe Henderson is not going to be in the pocket.
That reminds me of what's his name? Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, he's the albino Wilson Fisk.
Yeah.
And it's tragic, kind of how things went down. Anissa, she's interesting because she showed her powers again, and I thought for some reason that Thunder had the ability to generate electricity, but that's actually Jennifer's powers. Anissa can manipulate her density.
Nice.
So hers is very, very different from her father's powers, and it's cool that she got to use it this time. We also meet her girlfriend, who was not named.
That's kind of bad for Jennifer, because she already has that kind of destructive attitude.
Yeah,
that's gonna be bad if she has her, or when she has her powers.
That's basically, I think that's a story in itself.
Yeah,
because she might
obviously
go rogue.
if the Anissa is a little bit older, she understands all that stuff. She'd be able to control her powers a little bit more than her sister.
Yeah,
but her being the kid
getting high,
getting high,
drunk.
Drinking.
See, that's another realistic thing. I mean, when I was in high school, I used to see that all the time.
Yeah. But it's gonna be destructive.
But it's cool that her friend, powers. Or actually no, her boyfriend Khalil, who is actually Chuck on
Riverdale.
Nice. It's cool
I moved and changed my name.
He's a good boy here, and he's helping Jennifer, like, try to get on the straight path, because he's like, I want to leave, because I like the little anecdote he lived.
Do his kids know? Jefferson?
His Black Lightning, I think they know he's Black Lightning.
Yeah, going back to what
and Chuck's like, I live that life that rappers talk about, and I don't want to keep living it. He's like, we got to get out of here and stuff like that. So he's pretty cool. But definitely he'll be kind of the voice of reason when she doesn't listen to her family.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. And I think she has powers exactly like his.
He has powers?
No, sorry. Jennifer has powers exactly like Jefferson.
Yeah. Oh. You said he?
Yeah, sorry. I meant to say
you said she has more. She has the same powers as he does?
Yeah. I meant to say
when
Jefferson.
You said he does, I thought you were talking about Khalil.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
Sorry.
Whoa.
Anything else happened this episode that we missed there? Did you like?
Black Lightning, my man. That was awesome. The old bellhop. Doorman.
Yeah. So basically, the town gave him a warm welcome.
Yeah,
just walking through.
That was Lala's penthouse. That was his.
He's like, where's Lala at? Up there in the penthouse.
And the guy on the elevator is like, "You need a ride up?" He's like, "No, I'm good." And then he just kicks a dude.
Dude, he just cleared that place out like
I know.
Nothing.
I love the music too. It's so fitting, dude.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
And we need more of that, definitely. Yes. There was a little bit more, or a little less action this time around.
The last 6 minutes.
Yeah,
was action, or within those last 6 minutes, they used 3 minutes of the action.
Yeah,
that's it.
Is there anything else? Anything you disliked?
I just wish that they did more action, yo. The first episode was perfect, but
shows are always gonna have to slow down at some point, just for a little bit, just to build up the story.
Yeah, you talked about the nephew.
Yeah,
painting the
Lala said hi.
Yeah, that's
with
pretty
the cops right there. What's the point of having a?
And then he gets away. What the fuck?
I don't even know. It's a little kid.
He runs through the bushes and he disappears. It's like he went through a freaking portal.
Yeah.
My Lord.
Anything else?
That's pretty much it, yo.
Easter eggs. I think it's more of they quote a lot of Martin Luther King.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's dude, after you saying that, my Easter egg just sounds like nothing. But the Jamie Foxx show.
Okay, yeah.
It was like a little scene when they panned into the kitchen.
That was our show when we were growing up.
Yeah.
We used to watch that a lot with our dad.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Is it my family and I, or what's his name? The weigh-in.
Yeah, my wife and kids.
My wife and kids. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
Is there anything else?
No.
Yeah, because it's hard to pick up Easter eggs because I'm not very familiar with the character. Preview for next episode. Let's get into that.
Yes, you have the synopsis.
Yes,
very nice.
I was struggling a little bit in the Flash one because the glare from all these lights in here kind of messed me up. But I'll try to read this.
You can even see the glare right there on those Funkos.
As Jefferson Pierce tries to determine if the community can survive without the help of Black Lightning, Anissa starts to come into her own. Very cool.
Nice.
She's going to become Thunder. Meanwhile, Jefferson and Lynn try to figure out their new dynamic. Sorry. Finally, Jennifer reveals to her parents that she has been grappling with something big. Okay. Uh-oh.
I've been in drugs.
What's going on? Yeah, either that or
I've been drinking.
Handled because she's been the 100 gang thing.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe she's failing school.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, how could she be failing school and her dad not know about her? She's a principal.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, what is there even to theorize? It's a good show. It's going to continue to be a good show as long as they keep up like the different dynamics of it and the action sequences and the storytelling. It's very, very well written.
Fresh.
Yeah.
So like the storyline and everything is just so original that I'm not gonna get used to it yet because you know I'd like to have something new each week.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's different from the other shows that we usually watch.
Because you got Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends, where all of them kind of just started out as origins and them building up to the superheroes that they become. And here he's already a superhero.
For the most part, it kind of is comic book accurate.
Yeah.
So you know what's gonna happen. Here it has comic book
elements,
but it's very realistic at the same time. Sorry, and I can't speak. Jesus Christ, help me out here. It's very, very realistic.
Yeah,
in a sense of bringing the Jesus Christ, like real life events. Yeah, real life events.
It's modern. And it touches on things that go on and the
say it with your chest, dude. I totally.
It's okay.
My brain and my chest are not working right now.
Anything else? Theory-wise? I want to see Tobias and him. Actually, we saw in the preview that he shot Tobias with the electric gun or something.
Yeah. Like I honestly feel like since he owns the cops. I think that dude, the officer,
Henderson. I'm hoping that he is not. Hopefully, it's like he is. You know, like that scene in Daredevil where they thought it was Allison, but it was actually like some random lady.
Yeah.
So I mean, it most likely is, but hopefully it's not. And they'd kind of just throw you off. That'll be crazy if Lynn is the one that's in. Huh? That'll be crazy if Lynn was
his
involved.
wife,
yeah,
or his ex-wife. Yeah, that'd be sick too.
Because what does she do? We don't know what she does.
She said she's like a neurosurgeon or something.
Oh, okay, she's a doctor. Okay,
yeah,
maybe. We got a lot to learn on this show, definitely. Don't really know what to theorize. We just hope they keep up with it, and it's gonna run for like 13 episodes.
Oh,
so we have 11 left. 11 weeks left. Anything else? Final thoughts?
Very awesome.
Yes. A little bit toned down from last week, but still well written, well executed. And we can't wait to see what's next. So that being said, we'll see you guys on Arrow. This week on Arrow, James begins to terrorize the city by causing technology to explode. One of the casualties of the attack is Lieutenant Pike, so Team Arrow work on a way to stop James by establishing safe zones for the public. Oliver tests Thea and Lance to do so, while Team Arrow try to stop James' next attack. James then shows up at Oliver's office and demands $10 million or the attacks will continue. Renee, Dinah, and Curtis try to track down Sobel when the T-Field locates him. Curtis runs into Sobel, with the latter revealing himself to be a double agent within James' group. After checking the intel with Felicity, Curtis, Dinah, and Renee head to the location that Sobel gave him. Dinah stops 2 trains from colliding using her canary cry. Though she is doubtful in working with Sobel, she decides to test out his loyalties. Oliver and Diggle save William and a group of people from a tunnel collapsing during one of James' next attack. Oliver explains to his son that the city needs him to be Green Arrow again. Team Arrow and Team Outsiders work together after being alerted by Sobel of James' next attack. They thwart an attack at a safe zone with Sobel aiding them. After watching his father work with the other heroes to stop James, William accepts that Oliver stay the Green Arrow. With Elena unable to obtain the evidence that proves Oliver didn't kill James' son Owen, Oliver goes and has Thea wire the $10 million to James. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse Podcast. Right, so that episode of Arrow is called We Fall. So from last week, divided.
We fall.
Yeah, and I guess that's going to be the one sentence, so it like makes sense for everything.
I was about to say Outsiders reference.
Oh, you should have mentioned that.
They're setting up for something amazing.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Hopefully. So yeah, getting into this episode, they're getting really good at balancing the storylines with all these people.
Yeah.
And it's at first I was like but at the same time I hate the reason that they're apart. It makes absolutely no sense. The Oliver and Diggle forgave them basically for what they did, you know, not trusting them and everything.
Yeah.
And they just turned that around and just say, oh, because we're the newbies. He never said anything like that, but that's just their mentality, I guess, moving on from here on out, which is why I feel like one of their lives is going to be in danger soon. And we'll talk more about that later. Getting into this episode is enjoyable to watch William be a hero.
Yeah.
And Diggle back in the fold.
That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
He's like, get out, everyone, now.
And then one kid's like, I can't. He's like, get out, we gotta go.
I know, that's the kid that made fun of him. Of course he'd be the one that's like scared he's like, a situation like that.
I saw your new mom on TV. She's pretty hot. He's like, at least my mom can read.
Yeah, I know. I was like, ooh, sick bird.
Bird. Yeah, and then him accepting Oliver as having to be the Green Arrow, that's awesome. That shows like his character's growing ever since we met him. That little kid that we first saw in the very first crossover of these shows, just playing with a Flash toy. And then Oliver's like, can I play? He's like, yeah, sure. And then he's grown into this sort of like hero. Again, Diggle being back in the fold is cool. Seeing Thea and Quentin work together to get everybody into the safe zones, that was pretty awesome.
Yes.
Even though I'd really like to see her as Speedy again, but will probably not happen.
It'll take time.
Yeah, because they got so many people out in the field now.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
And also, I just wanted to apologize to you guys. We're just starting these face cam stuff. So if I didn't look at Jeremy during the beginning of these things, because you guys will probably notice that it's different. There's a different dynamic. We're not used to it, or at least I'm not. I'm used to just looking at the camera and just talking or something like that. Even when we do the talks, we're kind of just looking all over the place.
Yeah, we're getting used to it. Don't mind our eyes. You know? Like I sometimes stare into the mirror. That's why I have to close this one behind me. It's kind of odd because I was looking through there. I was swiveling left and right.
And he's got the audio workstation. Which telling you guys, it looks legit in there. It just doesn't seem like it from this angle.
Yeah, and it's also not as efficient.
For now,
we're like a two-man army for all this stuff. But that's we're getting used to all this stuff.
And hopefully we'll have like by the next season or the end of these seasons, we'll have like a dual cam where we're actually like talking to each other. And you guys hear more phrases from the Spirit of Bears.
Another thing, I'm still confused because we're shooting on an iPhone. It may look like I'm looking in the direction of the camera of the phone, but I don't know exactly where the thing is. I think it's right here on the bottom side, but I always feel like it's flipped. So I stare at that corner sometimes or whatever. Yeah, I think it's right there. Oh well.
All right, checking audio levels. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah.
So getting back into this episode, it was pretty Dinah, she probably had the star moment in this episode. She stopped a train with her canary cry. And we've seen that thing used for some destructive purposes.
Yes.
And for saving people, but we never actually seen it stop a train. So her cry is as powerful.
She really knows when to control it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just the power is crazy. I mean, that should have like deafened Curtis and Renee, but I guess they have those earpieces in to protect them.
I think so. Yeah.
And Sobel being the double agent, I like that reveal. It kind of showed that he's not really.
Well, I guess that showed that it goes with his name.
Yeah,
Vigilante. Like he's doing it for his own justice.
And he's playing them. He really is. We didn't really see that much Laurel in here. Sadly, I don't think we saw her at all.
Not this episode.
It's kind of sad. It's probably a gripe or dislike or whatever. Anything else that you enjoyed about the episode? Felicity, she's getting a lot better as a character.
Yeah,
she's more tolerable. She's like that support that Oliver needs. She's not. I guess now that they're married, it's the drama's not really there anymore. So
yeah, true.
It's interesting. The more of the drama was on the Outsiders team.
Yeah. I guess you could say
they still have trust issues. They couldn't even trust each other because Curtis lied about meeting with Sobel and stuff like that. So, see that's why they don't have leadership, and that's why it'll crumble at some point.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, you mentioned almost everything. Oh, talking about the Vincent Vigilante. I like how he saved Renee.
Yeah.
Did you mention that? Sorry,
no, I didn't.
Okay.
So the final battle, I like that it was intertwined with Felicity saying like, this is why your dad needs to be the Green Arrow, kind of guiding William on the fact that look at the hero that your dad is, and this is the hero that the city needs.
Yeah.
And you just see Team Arrow with Team Outsiders kicking ass, and then you see Renee almost about to be domed when Sobel saves him. Yeah. And then that guy, that was like the right hand of Caden, I think, and he's just like, yeah, I'm about to tell Paul, and he's like,
I'm gonna drag you down to hell with me. Right when he's about to pop a shot, and
right in the head,
straight in the face.
And it was pretty cool. It was a pretty powerful moment. And I guess that kind of cemented the fact that Sobol is on their side, and it kind of makes that whole dynamic between him and Dinah more interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else? They mentioned Elena. She tried to help him get the evidence. Because apparently there is evidence that Oliver didn't kill Owen. And if this is true, what's his name? James really does suck at actually hacking.
Oh,
so he couldn't even find out that Oliver wasn't the one who killed him.
He's a master hacker, but he can't hack $10 million.
I know, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, maybe that's just like a power move, but still.
Oh, that's another thing. What if that's also adding to him just, what do you call it? Maybe he already knows about his son's death and he's just blaming it on him.
Yeah, probably. Just
because that dude's...
I want to make you suffer.
Yeah.
That's the way he sounds. It's so creepy. And is there anything else?
I don't know. Is there anything else?
Did you dislike anything about the episode? Other than the Outsiders' crappy attitudes?
Yeah, that's all I can think about. I didn't dislike, but I like the fact that Cisco was mentioned and the fact that he gave Spartan a new suit.
That upgrade was much needed, especially since he got the new helmet. And it kind of makes sense now why he's called Spartan. He loves Halo, Spartan and Halo.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just cool to see him back in the fold. It is cool.
I actually didn't think about that. Wow.
I it just came in my head
very,
right then and there.
Very good. Very good one.
And he's like, I want to be the Green Arrow now. And Felicity's like, chill. you gotta retrain that.
That would be sick if they switched roles.
He's
Oliver Green Arrow Spartan. And he's Spartan. Yeah, Green Arrow Spartan.
Sick. I mean, Oliver, we always thought he was going to be Sportsmaster after last season, but
yeah.
We haven't seen Rory yet, and he's supposed to come back. We haven't seen we will definitely be seeing Roy Harper during a story arc this season, so it'll be interesting. What else is there in this episode that was worth calling out?
I don't know. There's a lot of badass moments.
Yeah, fighting on this is always good.
Yeah. Vigilante's pretty smart if he could hack into stuff as well, because he hacked into the T-sphere.
And then he was, what do you call that?
Morse coding.
That was pretty awesome.
That's not a term, but he's doing Morse code.
Morse coding.
He's Morse coding.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Is there anything else?
You don't need, it's all good. That's pretty much it, yo.
Easter eggs?
What's his name? Mentioned The Outsiders, of course.
Yes.
That's pretty big because that's a story arc for Green Arrow, and Outsiders is a group I think is founded by Batman or something, but it consisted of a bunch of different people like Magus, Black Lightning, and that's another cool thing because they have a show, Black Lightning.
That's crazy.
Very nice, like, integration.
I think Outsiders are also showing up on Young Justice. That's the next storyline.
Oh. So maybe they're tying it all together. Because, there's a storyline where Green Arrow goes against them. It's called the Outsiders War. There's not too much about it. I'm still trying to learn more about the comic side of things, but that's
probably what they're doing right now with the storyline. They're kind of implementing that sort of idea into it because he's technically against his own team right now.
Yeah,
he's just working on opposite sides and everything. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, basically, I feel like it's a thing where they just want their own justice in their own way, but it's like they're getting in each other's ways at the same time. So it's just like, hey, why don't we just settle this once and for all?
Ah, okay. Damn, James is about to set up that crazy story arc.
Yeah, where they're dude, I didn't think of that. Wow. Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing. He's creating that Outsiders War where they're against each other.
That's pretty badass. Ben Gale was said. I'm not even sure what the relevance of this, but that's what the name that James used when he talked to Oliver while there's people in the room. Renee referenced Escape from Detroit. Curtis mentioned John Carpenter. And that's pretty much it, I guess. I like the Outsiders one, though. That was a good Easter egg. And it's a good theory. We should talk more about... I mean, you pretty much explained it all, right?
Yeah.
Anything else as far as Easter eggs go?
Who is Komodo?
Oh, he died.
Oh, okay.
He was in, I think, fourth season.
Oh.
He was one of those guys from the league.
Apparently, he's working with Komodo, Jesus Christ. He's working with the Outsiders in that Outsiders war against Team Arrow. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm looking up here. There's not much of a storyline yet.
So maybe like they kind of like take the idea of something that hasn't really been fully developed, and then they just do it this way.
Yeah,
they have James kind of like orchestrating everything.
There's quite a few
and maybe
characters.
Maybe Roy will fill in the role of somebody that's supposed to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's quite a few characters like Black Lightning, Katana, Red Robin, Thunder, Metamorpho, Geoforce.
We definitely probably won't see those people.
Yeah, that's the thing. We won't see these people, so they have the new team.
Like Vigilante, Roy, maybe sort of Thea.
But no, I'm talking about the Outsiders, as in the three.
Oh, Curtis, Dinah, and Renee.
Yeah. And this is like going into theories, but I feel like... no, but he's going to join the Outsiders. Never mind, I'm going to scratch my theory. Right there, I'm just going to scratch it.
Scratch what?
No. Go back into what you're about to say.
I was just gonna say you're about to theorize anyways, but synopsis for next episode, which is titled "All for Nothing." Oliver continues his battle with Kate and James. Dinah and Oliver have a major disagreement that endangers the life of one of their own.
Interesting.
Oh, no. So basically, taking that outsider thing.
Yeah.
We'll just say that James is pushing that sort of storyline, and they're gonna just take different characters and pit them against each other, and it's gonna be hell. Yeah. Loyalties will be tested, and Renee will die.
You think so?
I don't know.
It's that scene right there. You think that foreshadowed his death?
Yeah. And I think maybe it's like maybe they make it poetic, right? Maybe he gets hurt so badly. But he doesn't want. Maybe he gets left, right? Well, that's the thing. Curtis knows them. Maybe Curtis will take her in, and he has that void in his life with his husband leaving.
Yeah,
maybe he's gonna want to raise a kid.
Maybe.
And they have Oliver, who's a father. They have Diggle, who's a father.
Yeah,
it's not like these people don't know how to take care of kids. It's just it'll be sad. It'll be
sucks because he lost her, and he's about to like be able to keep her.
Yeah.
You know,
but think about it. He compromised things just to make sure that... I mean, of course, he's going to do whatever he needs to have his kid with him. But when does that stop? When does that recklessness stop? Because he always makes he makes rash decisions. The same thing, like he wanted to use Vigilante without consulting Dinah and stuff like that. It didn't make... He doesn't really think about like everybody else. He kind of just does his own thing and just rolls with it.
I see what you're saying.
What if he sacrifices himself for like maybe Dinah and they have to leave him? So he's like, he tells Vincent, "Yo, you gotta take me out right now. I don't want them to take me out. I want you to take me out."
Yeah.
All right, so any other theories that we have here moving forward?
No, I think we're good.
Because the thing is, they need to raise the stakes. Nobody died except for William's mother last season.
Yeah.
Evelyn, she still might be alive somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Laurel survived that. What's her name? Nyssa. She probably survived that. And Deathstroke definitely survived that. And he's been written out to be used at another point in time because, you know, DCEU don't like to share. But this is going to be an interesting rest of the season because you kind of don't... What is James's game plan? Does he want to tear down Star City? Does he just want Oliver to...
I feel like it's like every villain has the same thing. Just like Prometheus, he just wants to break Oliver. And this version is just a slight bit different where he wants his world to crumble in both ways of him being the mayor and Oliver Queen or Green Arrow. Sorry.
Yo, I just thought about this, but what if they're setting Oliver? What if it's not a happy ending and then they set up the Supermax? What do you call that storyline?
Sorry, what is Supermax?
Like Green Arrow gets locked in a maximum security prison and he has to break out, and then all the while Connor Hawk is, what do you call that? Learning how to defend the city without his dad. I think. All I know is that he's locked in with a bunch of like super metahuman criminals and stuff like that. What if that's the next season? That'd be dope.
Cool. And then this would give Diggle a chance to be Green Arrow again.
Yeah, because I think Kevin Smith wrote that Supermax, and he was gonna do a Green Arrow movie based on that storyline.
But why not just do it on the show? Yeah.
And I think this is the only. Actually, he's done Flash and Supergirl. He hasn't done Legends yet, and he hasn't done. Oh, he has done Arrow or no? No, he hasn't done Arrow. This is the one a hero he's actually written for.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting to see him step in the directing chair for the show.
For sure. I'd be excited to see that, yo.
He'll love everything that he does.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, he does.
He's like us fanboys, but like he
has the opportunity, to do what he wants, or if that's even possible.
So awesome.
Yeah,
I want to see him there. Anything else?
Do you have anything else?
No.
Usually after you say that, you have like another theory. It's just like, well, pow, you got another idea. I just wanted to ask you just to see if you have anything else.
Actually empty.
Oh.
You want to ask Bears what he thinks about it?
Yeah. What do you think about the episodes? All the episodes.
Oh my god, it's so good. You see it? Fire! Okay, the next episode, man, like it can't get here soon enough.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. For sure.
He's loving it. As long as there's Arrow in the week, he loves it.
Yeah.
Final thoughts.
This episode is for sure. It's man.
It's tough seeing them apart.
It is. It's just crazy to see like the team operate without those guys. But
it feels good to see the OG Team Arrow, right?
Yeah.
With William there.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. I feel like I want to see him become
Connor Hawk.
Not just that, just like another part of the team.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, down the line, not anytime soon, but down the line.
He will be the next Green Arrow.
Did you see he was hitting those shots with the toy arrow?
Yeah, I love how Oliver was missing on purpose.
Yeah,
he was just like
yeah.
Hashtag.
Let's
you do it this week. I did it last week.
Nah, I'm not good with hashtags.
Okay, so I guess I'll handle
mine will
these.
be random as a freak.
Mine was random as fuck.
No, it wasn't. It was still on.
I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna hit all of you guys with it.
Okay,
here we go.
Go for it.
Hashtag. Damn it. Let me do it again. Hashtag.
Yes.
Livewire. Elongated.
Ooh.
Thunderer. We fall.
Okay.
That was weird. That was weirder than last week.
Hashtag Livewire.
Elongated.
Thunderer. We fall.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was just what?
If you guys have any better hashtags, leave them down below. I went a bit Pinoy right there.
Leave it down below.
Leave a better one down below.
With that being said, you guys go leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Tell us what you think about the DCTV as it is now, and what your thoughts are on what's to come.
Don't forget to check out our social media links. Instagram at the Justice Clubhouse and our Stardust at Justice Clubhouse with an HAUS.
Yes. We do all these shows plus some.
Yeah, we got some Marvel stuff.
It's a 30 seconds quick, like write what we thought about the episode.
Yep.
Right after.
Yeah, we'll have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Anything Marvel, you'll see on there as well.
Riverdale, if you're into that.
Yes, Riverdale.
I did The Office. I did some Christmassy stuff if you guys want to go check that out.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool app. And also check out our what do you call that? Our speed shows posted on Sundays of all these shows. Yeah.
Yes.
So that being said, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
I almost waved way too high. I was like, bye.
Bye.